Hello, my dear friend. I'm so glad you're here today. Picture us sitting together in a cozy office, maybe with a warm cup of tea or coffee, just having a heartfelt chat. As a doctor who spent years caring for patients, I've learned one thing. Our hearts have a quiet way of speaking to us, and it's up to us to listen. Today, I want to talk about 6 hidden signs your heart needs help. Act now to stay strong. If you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, this conversation is for you. Life at this stage is so full. Time with grandkids, new hobbies, maybe a trip you've been dreaming about. But sometimes, we overlook the subtle signals our heart sends when it's struggling. I've seen it so often in my practice. Patients who thought they were just getting older or a bit stressed, only to discover their heart was asking for attention. My goal today is to help you recognize those signs, so you can keep living the vibrant, joyful life you deserve. This isn't about worrying you. It's about giving you the tools to take charge of your health. I want you to feel empowered, like you got a trusted friend guiding you. We're going to walk through 6 hidden signs that your heart might need help, signs that can slip under the radar, but are so important to catch early. And at the end, I'll share a simple, practical habit you can start today to keep your heart strong. So, settle in, and let's have this talk like we're old friends catching up. If this resonates with you, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with someone you love. It's a small way to help others stay healthy, too. Sign number 1. You're exhausted, even after rest. Let's start with something I hear about all the time in my office. Feeling exhausted, even after a good night's sleep. I'm not talking about the tiredness you feel after a long day of gardening or playing with your grandkids. I mean that deep, heavy fatigue that sticks around, like you're dragging through your day. Does that sound familiar? Your heart is the engine of your body, pumping blood to every cell, delivering oxygen and nutrients. When it's struggling, maybe because of high blood pressure, a clogged artery, or a weakened heart muscle, it has to work harder to keep up. That extra effort can leave you feeling wiped out, like a car running on a half-empty tank. I had a patient, Mary, in her early 60s, who came to me saying she was just so tired. She loved her book club and her daily walks, but she started needing naps every afternoon. She thought it was just aging, or maybe stress from helping her daughter plan a wedding. But when we ran some tests, we found her blood pressure was putting strain on her heart. With a few changes, medication, a healthier diet, and some gentle exercise, she's back to her energetic self. If you're feeling this kind of fatigue, here's what I want you to do. Keep a little notebook for a week and jot down when you feel exhausted, what you are doing, and how long it lasts. Bring that to your doctor. It's like giving us a map to your symptoms. We might suggest a stress test, an EKG, or a blood test to check for things like anemia or thyroid issues, which can also cause tiredness. At home, focus on eating heart-healthy foods. Think oats, berries, and spinach, and make sure you're drinking enough water. Small steps can make a big difference. Sign number 2, you're short of breath doing everyday tasks. Next, let's talk about feeling short of breath. If you're panting after running a marathon, that's one thing. But if you're winded just walking to the mailbox or climbing a few stairs, that's something to pay attention to. Your heart and lungs are a team, and if your heart isn't pumping blood efficiently, your lungs have to work harder, leaving you gasping for air. I remember a patient, John, a 62-year-old retiree who loved tinkering in his garage. He started noticing he'd get out of breath just walking from his house to his workshop, a short distance. He laughed it off, saying, "I'm not as spry as I used to be." But his wife insisted he see me. Good thing she did. We found a partially blocked artery. A stent and some lifestyle changes later, John's back to building furniture and joking about his bionic heart. If you're feeling short of breath, take note of when it happens. Is it during activity or even at rest? Does it come with dizziness or chest discomfort? Write it down and share it with your doctor. We might recommend an echocardiogram, which is like an ultrasound for your heart, to see how it's working. At home, try gentle activities like walking or chair yoga to strengthen your heart and lungs. And if you smoke, please consider getting help to quit. It's one of the kindest things you can do for your heart. Sign number 3, your ankles or feet are swelling. Now, Let's talk about swelling in your ankles, feet, or legs, what doctors call edema. You might notice your shoes feel tight, or your socks leave marks on your skin. This can happen for many reasons, but one possibility is that your heart isn't pumping as strongly as it should. When that happens, blood can pool in your lower body, and fluid leaks into your tissues, causing puffiness. I had a patient, Margaret, a lovely woman in her late 60s who adored her knitting group. She came to me because her ankles were swelling by the end of the day. She thought it was from standing too long while baking for her grandkids. But when the swelling persisted, we found she had mild heart failure. Not as scary as it sounds, but a sign her heart needed support. With medication and a low-sodium diet, she's doing wonderfully now. Here's what to look for. Swelling in both legs or feet that gets worse as the day goes on. Gently press the swollen area. If it leaves a dent that slowly fills in, that's a sign to call your doctor. We might order a BNP blood test to check if your heart is under stress. At home, try elevating your legs when you sit and cut back on salty foods like canned soups or fast food. Compression socks can also help. Margaret calls them her secret weapon. Sign number 4, you feel dizzy or lightheaded. Let's move on to dizziness or lightheadedness. You know that woozy feeling when you stand up too fast? That's normal once in a while. But if you're feeling dizzy or like you might faint, especially during light activity or at rest, your heart might be struggling to get enough blood to your brain. One of my patients, Carol, a 58-year-old teacher, started getting dizzy spells after lunch. She thought it was low blood sugar or maybe dehydration. But when we checked, we found she had an irregular heartbeat that was causing those symptoms. A small tweak to her medication and some dietary changes, and she's back to grading papers with a clear head. If you feel dizzy, sit or lie down right away to avoid falling. Keep track of when it happens. Is it after meals, standing, or exercising? Share that with your doctor. We might suggest a Holter monitor to track your heart rhythm for a day or two. At home, drink plenty of water and avoid standing up too quickly. If you're on blood pressure medication, let's make sure it's not too strong for you. Sign number 5. You have pain in unexpected places. Now, this one's tricky. Pain or discomfort in places like your jaw, neck, shoulders, or even your stomach. We all know chest pain can signal a heart problem, but your heart can send pain to other areas, too. This is especially common in women, who often experience heart issues differently than men. I had a patient, Susan, a 55-year-old business owner, who kept getting jaw and neck pain when she walked her dog. She thought it was stress or maybe a dental issue. But when it didn't go away, we found a blockage in one of her arteries, a procedure to clear it, and she's back to running her shop and spoiling her grandkids. If you feel pain in your jaw, neck, shoulders, arms, or stomach, especially with shortness of breath or nausea, don't wait. Call your doctor or 911 if it's severe. Keep a log of when and where the pain happens, and note if it's during activity or rest. At home, try managing stress with deep breathing or short meditation. Stress can worsen heart symptoms, and a calm mind helps your heart. Sign number 6. Your heart feels like it's racing or skipping. Finally, let's talk about heart palpitations, that feeling like your heart is racing, fluttering, or skipping a beat. It's like your heart's doing a little jig, and not the fun kind. This can happen from caffeine, stress, or dehydration, but if it's frequent or intense, it might be an irregular heartbeat, like atrial fibrillation, which can strain your heart over time. I had a patient, Mike, a 61-year-old golfer, who noticed his heart would flip-flop after a big meal or a glass of wine. He ignored it for months, thinking it was just quirks of aging. But when we checked, we found AFib. With medication and some lifestyle changes, he's back on the golf course, swinging like a pro. If you feel palpitations, try taking a deep breath, holding it for a few seconds and exhaling slowly. That can sometimes calm your heart. Note when it happens and what you were doing, maybe too much coffee or stress. Share that with your doctor. We might suggest an ECG or a wearable heart monitor. At home, cut back on caffeine and alcohol and prioritize sleep. A rested body supports a healthy heart. Bonus tip, a simple heart-healthy habit. I promise you a little extra, and here it is. Make walking your daily heart-healthy habit. It's so simple but so powerful. Aim for 20 to 30 minutes a day, even if it's just a stroll around your block or a walk with a friend. Walking lowers blood pressure, eases stress, and keeps your heart strong. I started doing this myself years ago, and it's my time to think, pray, or just enjoy the world around me. Try for a week. I bet you'll feel the difference. Well, my friend, we've covered a lot today. 6 hidden signs your heart might need help, plus a simple habit to keep it strong. I hope you feel a little more tuned into your body and ready to take action if you need to. Your heart is incredible, beating through every joy, challenge, and moment of your life. But it needs your care, too. If any of these signs sound familiar, please don't put it off. Call your doctor, make that appointment, and take that first step. You're worth it, and the people who love you want you here for many more years. Even if you're feeling fine, keep listening to your body's whispers. They can tell us so much. Let me leave you with a thought I share with my patients. The best time to care for your heart was years ago. The next best time is today. Start with a small step, a walk, a healthier meal, or just a moment to breathe and appreciate your life. Thank you for joining me today. If this was helpful, please give a thumbs up, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to stay part of our community. Drop a comment below. Tell me which sign surprised you most, or share a heart-healthy habit you love. I read every one, and I love hearing from you. Until next time, take care of your heart, take care of yourself, and keep living with wisdom and joy. I'll see you soon.